Right. So let's move with the next video, that is the onboarding of the devices. So if I go to my vManage, if I go to the devices, and inside the WAN Edge list, there is nothing over here. So I will click on upload WAN Edge list, click on choose file. I think I need to locate that one. Where exactly is that one? Yep, I got that one. So once I select the file, I do not validate. If you click on this one, by default, how many devices are there? Everything will be validated. So don't do that one until and unless you are 100% sure that all the devices are the genuine one. So since we are doing the lab, I am not selecting this one. Just click on upload and it will give you an error. Just click on OK. So because I do have the 35 devices in there and I don't use all of them. So I will just go with validating one by one. Now to generate that particular file, you need to have the Cisco account. So if you go to Cisco Software Central, so go to the Cisco Software Central, and at the bottom you should see plug and play. See that network plug and play. So over here you will go ahead and create, first you have to create a new account, then you can manage the devices in there. So once you log in, you are able to create your own different types of devices. You can create those serial number keys and everything will be generated in your account. It's a pretty straightforward one, nothing to worry. Next, you see that I do have so many devices in here. So what I'm going to do is that going to the configuration, going to the certificate now. Now I will select the VH and you see that these many VHs I have. I will just scroll to the right. So I do require 5 of them. So I need to validate 5 of them. So I will select first 5. Okay, 1, click on valid 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these are the 5 devices which are validated. So once you validate that one, so if I go back to my vBond now, if I say show orchestrator valid VHs in the tabular form, you see that no entries are found. So once I validate that one, I need to send it to controllers, send the information to all the controllers. I need to do that one. So once that is being sent, then we are able to see those serial number keys in my vBond. So everything is success. Now if I go to my vBond, I will select the same command and now you should see the different serial keys numbers. Now, we already seen that how authentication works. So before I go ahead with the onboarding, so first what I need is that root CA certificate, because I'm going to use the enterprise one. So by default, there will be a Cisco one, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to use my custom enterprise one, because that is what the CA has provisioned over here. That means my certificate authority has issued the certificates for my controllers. Now, in order to very authenticate with each other, so I do require the root certificate of my enterprise. So that's the reason I copied that root CA into my vManage. Now, what I'm going to do is that from the each and every device, I will go to the vManage and download that root CA certificate and install that one. That is the first step I'm going to do. So I'll go to the branch one now. I will go to the vshell and I will say that scp admin @ 172.16.1.1 colon home admin. This is the directory rootca.pem dot is important. So I will copy this command because on all the devices I have to provide the same command. Enter. It will ask you for the, do you want to continue? Yes. Enter the password Cisco 0123 and it should download. The file has downloaded. You can check it by ls. So I'm not going to do that one for every device, checking that one. I'm just going to the vshell, enter, yes, enter the password, downloaded, exit. Do the same here. Go to vshell, enter yes, Cisco 0123 and exit vshell, paste it over here. Yes, and download it. One last thing will be here. vshell, enter yes, and download it. Next thing is that I got that certificate, but I need to install that certificate. So for that one, you need to do request root root search chain install, which is located into the directory home admin root ca.temp file. So I will copy this command because on all the devices, I'm going to provide this command. Enter. So it should say successfully install. And after that, I will do the same for each and every device. I will come back to branch one, successfully install, cross-check each and every one, successfully install, successfully install, successfully install, and successful. Next is that I need to provision one by one. So I'm going to provision these serial numbers one by one. So now in order to go back to my devices, WAN Edge, and I will filter it by WAN Edge, VH. So I want to see my devices as lined up, branch 1, 2, 3, A, 3B, and 4. So for that one, first I need to select the CA0FC. That is the one we have to select. That is CA0FC. This is the third one. So what I have to do is I have to go back to my branch. I have to say that request valid V8 activate. So it will ask you for the chassis number. See that? Once you press enter, it is going to ask you for the chassis number. Go back to vBond and copy that chassis number. Paste it here. Next, it is going to ask you for the token number. That will be the serial number. Copy and paste it over here, and that's it. And now you have to wait. It will show up over here, the branch one. So just give it 2 minutes time, so it will show up here. See that branch 1, 100.1.1, and it will also show you the certificate over here. It will take a while, but it will show up as a certificate. So it will generate the CSR and it will issue the certificate. So it will be happening at the backend, so that should be fine. Now the second one is the CC5A. So if I go back to my vBound, that is CC5A, this one. So what I'm going to do, branch 1, copy this command, go to the branch 2, enter, and come back here, CC5A, copy that one, and go back to vBound, copy the serial number for the branch 2. Now I will do the same thing for the branch 3A now. But the third one is the A2C0. So let me go back here, A2C0, and copy that serial number. That should be this one, and that's all good. Chassis number cannot be have the blank spaces. Okay, I think I have copied with the blank space. And that's good. So branch 3B, go back to vBond, and 1, 2, 3A, 3B, that is E76. So I'll go back to this one. This should be E76. So make sure that you copy exactly, otherwise it will give you the error with the spaces. And this one will be the 3B. Last and the final one, let's go ahead and do that one. That should be branch 4. And that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is 9077. That's the only one left. First one. 7, and the other thing, do not copy the spaces. And now that is been done. So if I go back to my vEdge now, vManage, you see that it is generating the CSR automatically and it is issuing the certificate for each and every device automatically. So I am going through this list because it can show up over here branch 1, 2, 3, 3A and 3B and 4. If I just go ahead with the vBond ones, this one, then it will be scrambled up and down. So just to make sure that it looks pretty good. So that's the only reason I have gone through this list. Now just give it a 2 minutes time until you see that all the 5 devices with this certificate. And after that, we will go ahead and check it on the vBond, whether it has provided the serial key and serial certificate number or not. So 3 devices have been provisioned. That's all good. 2 more device needs to be done. Right? Still happening. Okay, still happening. Okay, all the 5 devices have been issued as the certificates now. Now, if I go back to my vBond, this time you see that before it was these details, and now I will go ahead and you see that it has given the serial numbers. So this one still did not get it. So let me check one more time. So it will also change it to this kind of number slowly. So it has already provided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 certificates. That should be good. So it's only a matter it synchronizes. So that will be synchronized. It will take time. So that was the provisioning of the branches. So we have done the provisioning for all the devices. The only thing is that we are left with the CSR routers. Right. I hope you have enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.